Hello, and welcome to Learning Jstamp, a tutorial series presented by Forming Simulation Technologies. Today, we are going to be learning about the Jstamp Postprocessor. This video is going to be a brief overview of several of the functions in Jstamp. It won't be an in-depth tutorial, and I strongly recommend if you're looking for specifics to use the Jstamp examples provided in the booklet. Alright, so to start off with postprocessing, one of the most important tools that Jstamp has is called the Simple Report tool. By selecting this looking glass, selecting our draw stage, and selecting report in the bottom right, we can see the simple report window. On the left, pre-report items, and on the right, post-report items. I'm going to check the stroke intermediate steps so that we can see them for this example. If we select run, we'll see that after a moment, it'll generate a web page, an HTML file, and a nicely written report. This is the default view for Jstamp, this top-down view. If I want to change this, I need to go under Image Settings to Viewport Direction, select and edit, and then change the direction to what I want. For this example, I'm going to be using Isometric View, so I'll use -1, 1, and 1. If I hit OK and try to run the report again, we'll see that after a moment, the same report will show up from a different perspective. Now that we know how to output the report, why don't we see how to add files to the report? After the solver is completed, we should see this post icon go from being grayed to colored. I'm going to select my draw stage and then the post. With this open, I'm going to select the blank by selecting in the upper left. I can also select the die in punch and holder, but for this example, I only want to see the blank. I'm also going to switch to an isometric view using this button on the top toolbar. Now, looking right, I can see under the post-processor column, the top row has thickness, thinning, crack, and wrinkle maps. I will select the first button for a thickness map. I'm going to hold Control, Shift, and use right mouse to rotate my shape. As I can see, max and min are automatically checked here. I can simply turn these off if I don't want to see them. For my blank, the minimum is depicted in blue here, and the maximum is depicted in red here. If I want to switch these, I simply have to use the Set Contour button to change it from present to reverse. After applying, we can see that the colors will switch. If I want to change the contour type, I can go to this drop-down menu and select which one I want. I can select from Element, Shaded, Paint, and Line. For this example, I'll be using the Shaded. If I want to view different regions under a certain thickness, I can use the Set Contour Specify Target Range. By checking this box and inputting this value, I can check all areas on my blank under 0.77. They'll be denoted with magnifying glasses. By rotating the figure, I can see that some are on both sides. If I want a more visual example, I can go to Set Contour, and under Specify Non-Target Range, I can select Less, and then choose a color to depict this as. If I do this, any zone under 0.78 will be depicted as white. To export these, I can go up to the top toolbar and select Add Image for Current View. After selecting this, a report creator will be generated, and I can write a title, and with the default settings, if I hit Register, we can see that under the stage report, a new step will be added. If I want to delete any stages, I can simply select on them and select Delete. I can also create the report here if I wish, or continue if I want to add more stages. After the thickness map, the next thing I want to try to add is an FLD diagram. By selecting this button, I can open up the FLD menu. Under Curve Settings, I can select any experimental data I have here. Otherwise, I can just use the default by hitting Create in the bottom right. With this FLD, if I want to rotate it or reverse the axes, I can simply use this drop-down menu. I can also show the strange path or select specific elements. If I want to output it, I use Add Image for Current View and follow the same steps with Register and then OK, or creating a report if I'm done. Besides an FLD, some of the functionality that Jstamp Postprocessor has is the ability to unfold your blanks by selecting the Overlay Initial Conditions here on the bottom toolbar. Using this, I can view the blank. I can also output this as an AVI file or a WMV file using the Export File animation here on the bottom toolbar. Besides this, Jstamp Postprocessor also has functionality for trimline and chalk line development. That's all I'll cover in this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for watching.